My name is Kasey, and I'd like to start off by asking you guys a little question. How many of you know what Down syndrome is or know someone with Down syndrome? All right, well, my mother's a special education teacher here in Springfield, so I've literally grown up with people with special needs my entire life. And the type of people that I seem to be drawn to the most and have a passion for are those with Down syndrome. I'm going to speak to you today about an organization in the Ozarks that specifically deals with people with Down syndrome. In this speech, I will discuss what exactly is Down syndrome, what the Down syndrome group of the Ozarks does and how they help our community, and why I think that this organization would be a great place for me to work for after I graduate. First, we're going to discover what exactly is Down syndrome. As defined by the online medicine journal MedicineNet, Down syndrome is a birth defect that's caused by having an extra chromosome. It most likely occurs in older mothers around the age of like 35 and older. It can happen in all racial and ethnic groups. There's not one specific one. Sadly, it occurs in about 1 in 1,000 births each year. About half of these people with Down syndrome will develop heart problems and mild malformations, and what I mean by that is they all tend to have the same type of facial characteristic. They all tend to have those similar characteristics, but sadly they will only live to be about middle age with the proper medical care and will most likely develop Alzheimer's disease as they get older. The Down Syndrome Research and Treatment Foundation webpage says in their 2012 information article that Down syndrome sadly does not have a cure. Once someone is born with Down syndrome, they will always have that extra chromosome. Now, on a lighter note, now that we understand what Down syndrome is, let's talk about the local group that was developed to help families and people with this birth defect. As stated in the official DSGO webpage in 2012, the Down syndrome group of the Ozarks was founded in 2006 to help people and families get the support and education that they need. They strive to be the leading resource of Down syndrome information for students, parents, and all citizens of Southwest Missouri. They provide programs and educational events for children and families to help meet other people that have the same questions and concerns that they do. And some of their events that they hold are a new parents brunch, which are either people that are expecting a Down syndrome child or that have recently given birth, and they just talk about struggles that they've been going on with, or tips and any other things that can help them through that entire process. Another event is their Fall Harvest Festival, which is actually coming up on October 8th, and they have like hay rides and just a special carnival. And their biggest event of all, which is what they're really proud of, is their Christmas event. And Santa Claus comes and each child gets a present, and they get to interact with all of the other Down syndrome kids of the Ozarks. Since actually doing research for this speech, I got an internship with the Down syndrome group of the Ozarks, and through the last couple weeks, I've truly seen what it takes to get a nonprofit organization up and running and to thrive and grow. And I talked to the new director, which her name is Susan Van Doren, and she explained to me on September 6, 2012, that they're a fairly new group in the Ozarks, and they really just want to grow and expand and help more families in the Ozarks. The ARC of the Ozarks helps people with developmental disabilities, and they're actually the ones that provided them with their first little office space. They don't have their own building of their own yet, which I think is what they're trying to do in the future, but they're very fortunate that the ARC has helped them get them off their feet and provided them with a space that they can do their work out from. After discovering what the DSGO does, it's time to explain why this organization would be a great place for me to work for in the future. Like I said, my mom's a special education teacher, and she honestly is one of the best role models for me of someone who truly loves her job and combines her love for special needs children with another passion, which is teaching. And I would really like to do something that combines my major, which is public relations, with one of my passions, which is Down syndrome people. And I honestly think that the DSGO might fulfill those two goals for me. As a PR major, we get the opportunity to work for either large corporate companies or small local non-for-profit agencies. And as their PR/marketing intern for the DSGO, it not only helps me learn more stuff for school, but I think I'm going to help them to grow and strive more around our area and for their future. The DSGO combines my major and passion for people with special needs, and hopefully after I graduate, there might be a possibility for me to have a career there. To conclude this speech, we looked at many aspects of the DSGO. First, we looked at what exactly is Down syndrome. Then we discussed what the Down syndrome group of the Ozarks does and how they help our community. And last, why I would want to work there in the future. Since people with Down syndrome are very near and dear to my heart, I believe that the Down syndrome group of the Ozarks would be my ideal place to work for after I graduate. Do you all have any questions about it?
Have you attended any of those events that they?
I have not. Their fall festival is October 8th, and so I'm hoping to go to that, and I think that'll be really fun. They asked me to sit in on their Christmas party planning meeting. They're already starting that because it's their favorite event. Unfortunately, I wasn't allowed to make the first one, but I'm hoping to attend other events like that in the future. And my mom says that she wants to go with me to those events too. And you guys are all welcome to come. They love, they are always looking for volunteers, anyone to help out, or just attend their event. It's always fun.
What do you think is or will be your biggest challenge working with that organization?
Probably just their limited amount of resources. Since they're not a large non-for-profit organization, they're still, the ARC is providing them with honestly absolutely everything that they need, and I think they just want to get their name out there more so that people, will participate in their events, help donate, and give them more resources so that they can grow and expand, and I think that would probably be my hardest challenge with them.
Do you happen to know the statistics on how many Down syndrome children and young adults there are in our area?
They service about 300 families. The ARC of the Ozarks and the DCO, which is the Developmental Center of the Ozarks, they, before the DSGO, did a lot of work with the Down syndrome community, and now they're trying to separate that into a different category. So there's still some that participate with the DCO and the ARC, but they're trying to get them more with their own community so that they have a big support system on their side. So.
Well, thanks, Kasey.
Thank
we'll
you.
have to let you go.